Hey everybody, welcome back to Project 365. Corey and Julie here talking about random stuff in the month of December. And today's question is, what is the most bizarre experience you have ever had while shopping?
So I'm going to tell a little bit of an embarrassing story about myself. And it's not so is there any circumstances under which you would consider putting gas in your car and getting like a beverage as shopping?
Sure.
Okay. So I was young. I think I was probably still in high school. I'm sure I was. I think it was like somewhere between my junior and senior year in high school. And I was on my way to work in the summer. And I was really, really hungover. And I stopped at a Holiday gas station in Chaska, Minnesota to put in gas. And these are still the days where you had to pay, you had to go inside, you pumped your gas and you went inside to pay, right? So I pumped my gas, I went inside and I grabbed like a 7-Up or something because I get a beverage of some sort. And then I went up to pay and this is so dumb. I put the 7-Up down and then I looked at the cashier and I said, I have gas. And he was like, do you need some Rolaids? And I was like, no, I have gas. And he's like, do you want like, what's the plop plop fizz?
Yeah.
Alka-Seltzer. How
Yeah.
about some Alka-Seltzer? It's in aisle 2. And I was like, I have gas. And he goes, I don't know how to help you if you won't tell me. Like there's a lot of medicines that'll solve that. And I was like, oh no, I pumped gas outside. And he was like, yeah, no, I knew. I was just messing with you. I was so hungover. Like I'm surprised I even got that joke at any point, but yeah, I have gas. So I've never, ever uttered those words again going into a gas station if I had to pay inside. I'd say like pump 12 or whatever it is.
Sure, like most humans would.
Yes.
So when I was in college, right out of college somewhere in there, so 22, 23, we had this amazing summer and it was a couple of buddies and every once in a while like random people would get thrown into it, but every single day of that summer we played yard golf, which is the best drinking game on the planet Earth that we created. And part, obviously of a drinking game is you need beer. So every single day after I left work, I would go by the 7-Eleven in downtown Blacksburg, grab a case of beer, and then we go play yard golf. Well, I walk in, grab a case of beer, I come out, one of my buddies is sitting in my car and I'm like, I don't think I paid for that. And he's like, what do you mean you don't think you paid for that? I'm like, I think I just stole this beer. And he's like, no, there's no way you did. And I'm like, so I pull my wallet out and I've got all of the cash in there that I had like in there prior to going to the store. And I'm like, oh, I definitely just stole this beer. Completely unintentionally. Like I did not have a plan to steal the beer. So I walked back in and I said, hey, I know that y'all have been having some problems with the fuzz. Like they got busted a couple times for selling to underage kids and whatnot. And I was like, and I work downtown. Like I know what it's like. I was like, I'm pretty certain that I stole some beer. So can I just like pay you for it so that everything's square? And the guy's like, he's confused. And he's like, you're gonna have to come talk to my manager. I'm like, no, I just want to give you money for this beer that I accidentally walked out the store with. And he said, you're gonna have to come back, on Monday and talk to the manager. And so like I came back and she starts like, giving me this like attitude. And I'm like, look, I didn't like, this was an accident. Like I'm so used to walking in here every day and getting a case of beer that it just completely slipped my mind. And she like gave me, and I was like, can I just please pay for the beer? It's all I want to do. And yeah, finally she was like, okay, fine. Yeah, you can just go get, whatever, and rang me up and let me pay for it. It's like, I don't like, on more than one occasion in my life, I've had people like argue with me about giving them money. I'm like, I just want to give you money. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have to talk about this. I'm like, can I just, yeah. So that was mine.
Love it. Love it. That's fantastic. All right. We will be back tomorrow with more story time with Julie and Corey.